Hey, quick special message. I want to first say thank you for all the super chats. I did not yet get to make a form of special outro for all of you, but I will do it at some point. Because considering I do this as a hobby, it is greatly appreciated that you guys seem to think this mentally ill bullshit is actually peak comedy. So, thanks to each and every one of you, I will, in honor of your tribute to the Great Dragon, play a special fundraising clip as transition to each segment. Further, if you want to see the discussion that followed and a Mike Hollow special appearance, this is the timestamp for the live stream. And to Coach Kazama, it was an honor annihilating you. I wish you a Merry fucking Christmas, and when the final video drops, never forget that I already warned you and placed signs everywhere. I was already behind you, bro. This is the most insane self-report that I have ever seen in my entire life. Maybe you will get it someday, you fucking brain dead.
I'll admit that.
I'll admit that. We take a look at one match of me, right?
Dash away from his opponent. Oh no, I have to learn how to play Tekken. And then he shows a
Oh no, I have to learn how to play Tekken.
message of me.
Oh god, not this! Oh, I forgot about, there's something coming up. Oh no, God help me, I can't, bro, I can't. There's one more thing coming up. What Nova did is he focused on the utmost disgusting character assassination that took place, but he didn't focus on the other stuff. I will thoroughly destroy his brain. What? This is bullshit, and this is character assassination, right? So we can let him talk again.
You should be ashamed of yourself and your community. The amount of deplorable, disgusting, and racist comments that I've had to filter through in my messages and my YouTube comment section is ridiculous. I've had to stop looking through the filtered comments at this point for my own mental health because of your toxic community that encourages witch hunting and bullying.
Directly.
These comments are
Directly, guys. It is his community that does this. There's no proof, nothing. We don't get anything.
so bad, this video would get age restricted if I showed you what I had to filter. This is the community that you created, so give yourself a pat on the back for creating this community that hates others and hates the game, attempting to alienate creators that are genuinely trying to teach players to play the game.
Pay really good attention to the numbers here, right? Pay really good attention.
Seriously since Tekken 6, but have played older series like Tekken 3 casually with my brother when I was younger. Asuka was my main motivation to continue playing and learning in Tekken 6, but I was still a beginner in every aspect of the game. After about 500 hours of Tekken 6, I moved on over to Tekken Tag 2. Tekken Tag 2 had significantly better netcode and allowed me to practice the game, and this is where I really started reaching my stride after a few thousand hours. I played a decent amount of Tekken 7, but was deep into my college studio classes to really lock in on it. So I put about 500 hours into this one and then I had to stop. And fast forward to Tekken 8, I vlogged about 2,000 plus hours into the game and began coaching in the beginning of last year. The real question I have to ask, specifically to these YouTube
So I'm gonna break it down for you. This is this segment about the playtime, yeah? So 500 hours Tekken 6, 2,000 hours Tekken Tag Tournament 2, 500 hours Tekken 7, 2,000 hours Tekken 8. So he tells you that he actually managed to play for 5,000 hours and A, still plays like the dog shit that he is, which is barely Tekken 7 ruler rank level, and B, that he put all this time into Tekken and does not know basics about Steve, which, and I am not kidding, a Garyu in Tekken would know. Let that sink in for a moment, and he proudly announces that. We also get no proof to dispute the actual accusation and why this even was brought up, which is his claim of, I had the highest ranks in Tekken since Tekken 6, which is an obvious lie. And he also makes no effort to even address this, besides some footage from RPCS3, which is an emulator, which you notice by this default profile picture. That is the default profile picture the emulator gives you. And why I can confidently accuse him of this lie of having the highest ranks since Tekken 6 is very simple. He is North American. If you had those ranks in North America at that time, you would A, not play like the absolute bum that you are, and you would B, know about the basics of Steve or Magic Force, which we will get to, and C, players would know you. Do you know who actually had those ranks back then? Players like Anakin in NA, players like Fergus in EU, alright? Pay attention.
Went on to show every other situation than the situation that I was talking about. So here are his counterpoints. 1-2-1 down 2, he shows peekaboo, comes up right here, right? Here's peekaboo, it beats the jab. Here's weave left, it beats the jab. Peekaboo 2 beats the jab. The sway options beat a string, he's using a string here. Peekaboo up 1.
Who has noticed it? Who has noticed it?
Up 1.
Who has noticed it? Well, here, me and my partner left a little bait in there to see if he actually knows any shit about Steve. Obviously he doesn't, but we had a little fun here and put in a trap. You see, to coach the coach here, real quick, in Tekken, the button usually corresponds with a limp, and the 2 button usually refers to the right hand. Someone who has the highest rank since Tekken 6 and thousands of hours in this franchise should know that. This is not Peekaboo up 1. This is Peekaboo up 2, you goddamn clown. But like the little fucking dumb idiot that you are sitting there and just parroting what you read on screen. Idiot.
So as you can see, he did not show flicker stance because my point was correct.
So I need to stress this because it is sometimes extremely difficult to explain how retarded someone is.
String, he's using a string here. Peekaboo up 1. And the duck options. So as you can see, he did not show flicker stance.
So as you can see here, he did not show flicker stance.
Because my point was correct.
Because my point was correct.
So to make himself feel better, he had to use every other stance to try and make...
So Nova does this to make himself feel better. No, it's because you completely ignored those options. What actually was his actual correct point? If Steve enters flicker stance here, you can simply jab. That is what he said. To quote him again, so as you can see here, he did not show flicker stance because my point was correct in his original video timestamp 214.
So this 10 frame string here that gels isn't really a big deal because...
So 1-2-1 isn't really a big deal?
Because if Steve goes into flicker stance, which he does...
Because if Steve goes into checks notes, flicker stance...
Jin can easily jab him out of this.
Jin can easily jab him out of this.
Out of Steve's 1-2-3 back, we can just jab him out of the next option. Since Steve is -1 going into stance, Steve is entering his stance at minus, which is a very fundamental flaw.
Steve is entering his stance at minus, which is a fundamental flaw. This is the most insane self-report that I have ever seen in my entire life. Again, I need to stress this in case this goes over your head. His point, as he says...
So as you can see, he did not show flicker stance because my point was correct.
So his point, he says his point was correct. His point was that you can literally just jab flicker stance into 1-2-1 into flicker stance, and it would basically act like an omni counter option select. I don't know if you realize what is going on here. Let me explain. I can't even believe this. I talked to actual smooth brains in my time on YouTube. This is the most funny self-report I have ever had the orgasm-inducing pleasure to listen to. I tell you what happened here. Bro does not know the first basics of Steve. He did not know, but felt confident enough because he is not only a low IQ, with a voice as if he had stuffed crayons up his nose. No, he is also a narcissist while having his nose stuffed with crayons. Remember how he used back 1 from Steve as an example that you can punish?
Here's an example of us just blocking back 1. We get a 14 frame punish, and then we win the interaction.
Does it make click yet? Does it make click yet? Does it make click? The guy did not even know that Steve can cancel flicker with down back, which is why he also was under the impression that you can just jab him out of it. Because if he had known you can use down back to cancel the stance, he would have not said that. Because obviously you go under jabs. Omega fucking lol. But it gets better. It gets better. He also did not know that Steve has multiple options beside that to fuck you up for the jab anyways. Mainly sway, aka weave. He can back weave, he can side weave and wall split you, for example, if you try that. He plays with the crayons so deep up his brain that he never noticed this. And I can tell you why, even though he went into the practice mode, he still did not know about these options. You wanna know why? Because they are not explicitly listed under the flicker segment. They did not list this in the move list. You have to actually know about it, or not have the crayon so deep in your frontal cortex that you are able to notice that Steve players are actually doing this all day. Holy fucking shit. I have seen a lot. I dealt with Jason Montoya. I dealt with someone who said Anna does not have lows, but this clown takes the absolute cake. It would be insane enough if a random said this, but someone who says I got the highest rank since Tekken 6, little bro, I can't. I fucking can't. He didn't know. And he doesn't show it. He doesn't even show that he was supposedly correct, because he probably afterwards figured out, oh, you fucking idiot. You didn't, Nova was correct. You didn't know the first basics about Steve. And you made it even worse in your response video. How stupid are you? How fucking stupid are you? Insane. Fucking insane.
And learn how to play at range 0. Then he takes a screenshot.
Okay. Guys, we all need to learn how to play at range 0. Now this guy here is telling you it is a fundamental in Tekken, a fundamental to never ever backdash at range 0. Like, you would think this guy is rage baiting, but the funny part is he is not. He was so far down the Dunning-Kruger line that he actually believed his own bullshit and sniffed his own farts, which is why he's now copyright striking people, because he suddenly had this, now suddenly on the table is this cognitive dissonance which he can't deal with, that people proved to him that he's a fucking smooth brain. And if you know Steve from Tekken 7, I mean, yeah, right. You know what? If I play Steve against you, I will tell you this as well. Never backrange at range 0. Never backdash at range 0 in Tekken 7, for example, because I get a hell sweep. I get a fucking hell sweep on your ass. Yeah, never do that. Never. And also in Tekken 8, never backdash at range 0 when, for example, Reina is landing Unsoku or back 3 for heat engager on you. Never backdash at that range after the heat engager. Never backdash, because if you do that, you could avoid my brain dead down too. Never backdash. Never backdash. Never backdash.
Then the next point is him showing another old Tekken. Then he shows...
Why do you think he does this? Why do you think he does this? I thought he has a problem with Steve, right? Like, why is he constantly showing like old Tekkens? Could it be that the only thing Nova wants to do is present his opinion and his love for what he says is legitimate Tekken, and simply presents it to the audience and asks, hey, what's your opinion? Like, do you think I have a point? Do you agree with me? Do you like it? Do you dislike it? Maybe you will get it someday, you fucking brain dead. Get this.
This next point, he's talking about when Jin is -1, that you cannot mash. And yes, this is still the case.
So the starting sentence. Jin at -1 cannot mash, and that is still the case.
He shows some other very cherry-picked examples of what happens when you use an evasion attack or something similar to get a high to whiff.
So what he literally tells you here is, Jin at -1 cannot mash, and that is still the case. It is only not the case here, because Steve did options against Jin that Jin can mash out of. Omega lol. Get this through your head, what he's telling you right now. Get this through your head. It's still the case until it isn't. Are you hearing this?
Unfortunately, this isn't going to be the case all the time. He's mentioning when...
No shit, and this is why these words are here. Bro, the fact he is that insane to put up his own words while saying this. Mate, the words are on screen. If you mash at -1, you will lose. There is really no doubt about it. AKA, once again, this was to show your dogmatic understanding of frames. Nova coached you here. I'm glad to see that it actually worked on your Crayon brain.
And I said you shouldn't mash at -1. So you really shouldn't mash at -1, but he's showing you examples.
It's right there, isn't it, Whisper? It's right there!
Of him using down 4 and then evading the jab. But here's one sneaky thing you...
Oh god, now I forgot about this. Now it gets even better, because now he will make Nova's point once again. Listen to this. Listen to this.
Probably didn't notice, is that he purposely set this example up.
Bro, I need to repeat this.
Key thing you probably did on 4 and then evading the jab.
Get this.
But here's one
sneaky thing that you might have not noticed.
Sneaky thing you probably didn't notice, is that he purposely set this example up to only have Steve use highs, just to illustrate his point.
Wait.
But what he's forgetting is that the fundamental options here are jab and mid check.
The fundamental options here are jab and mid check.
So I recreated all of these examples and just have Steve mid checking instead of jabbing. And you'll see that every single option loses except for dick jab, which you can whiff punish. So here are all the examples that Nova Seiken was giving in his original video. I'm showing you that Steve is using a fundamental range 0 option, which is his down forward 1, and it wins every single time.
You know when these fundamental range 0 options would not win? If Jin just mashed jab, you fucking clown. That is the whole point. There is doubt about it, you Crayon slave. Oh my fucking god, bro.
So now let's get into the forgery part of this video. In this example, Steve is using flicker 1-1 up 1, and then Jin is responding with his magic 4. But as you can see, it gets interrupted by Steve's jab string. But in my example, I was able to interrupt him, but this was a mechanical mistake on my part.
So, what he literally tells you here is that he had the crayons stuffed so hard up his brain that he made this mechanical mistake. A self-proclaimed professional coach, while in God's name, while there is a little something on the screen that is called a frame data display that is very easily capable of preventing said mechanical mistake from happening if the crayons were not already reaching his smooth brain. He tells you that in all honesty, while he has this little something here that should prevent this. Because he would already see that it doesn't make mathematical sense what he's even recording there.
I'll admit that.
I'll admit that.
And this most likely comes from the fact that my character does have an 11 frame magic 4.
No, that doesn't come from the fact that your character has an 11 frame magic 4 because you have the frame data display on fucking display telling you that Jin's is not 11. You retard.
I have Steve to randomly do flicker 1-1 up 1 and randomly do a flicker one jab. As you can see, I'm very cleanly sidestepping both of these with no problem. Of course, he tracks me by the end of it, but I still have a window to punish in the meantime. Your execution must be pretty bad with sidestepping if you can't recreate this. So
I want to insult, but I want to let him finish his point, so no one can say that I didn't destroy this in its purest form.
While your argument is saying that it's not creating any significant evasion, I'm clearly showing you that that's not the case. And there are no mechanical mistakes being made here. Just sidestepping.
Okay, so this whole point is a nonsensical point, once again. He again displays the dogmatic understanding and also the absolute lack of knowledge about Steve. Because Steve can go into Peekaboo from there, which then leads to Peekaboo 2 catching you, okay? So once again, he's completely uninformed on this. Also, he fails to mention Flicker 2. I think for obvious reasons. So Flicker 2 tracks fully to Steve's right side. So to make things really clear, the fact that we even are here talking about this proves that he as well misunderstood Nova's video. Nova knows exactly how these situations work in Tekken 8. And Steve is not his issue. This goes for every character in this goddamn game. This is why the project is called Saving Tekken 8 and not Save Me from Steve, Please. And that was a crucial mistake on Coach Kazama's part. Because what happened is, he thought he could attack Nova's video on a factual basis, but you can't. So you can say I like it, what Nova shows in this video. You can say I'm a fan of it, but you can't. Like there's not a factual thing to be disproven. Okay, so he set out to prove the impossible, which should not surprise, since by this point I cannot even count the crayons anymore that are stuck into his nose, which is why he is so brain dead that he finds it puzzling that Nova shows Tech 2, Tekken 7 or Tekken 5, because that rebart was under the impression Steve is the problem here. And he, the proven Steve expert, set out on his clown mission to farm Nova for a call-out video to prove to his yellow rank students that he knows shit. The question that I have is, if he's that eager to prove himself, why did he not touch anything that I put out with a 10-foot pole? We will get to that as well.
This is what
Bro, I forgot about this.
makes channels like this so dangerous, because they only focus on the negatives. They don't actually show you.
I almost can't. My brain is melting. My brain is literally melting out of my nose right now.
Here's this video of you saying it in the video about fighting GM.
Number 1. The first reason you must not Jin parry against Steve is the most glaring and obvious one. Steve is a safe on whiff character.
And everyone who actually is decent at the game knows exactly what this sentence means and how it is to be interpreted. But now you, because that is the only thing that your stupid brain could try to somehow use to ridicule Nova, you now do this. Objection! Okay?
Nova, you of all people
Because
who claims to be a Jin specialist should know that there are moves that you can punish with
that one you parry, definitely, yeah?
his parry. Here are multiple examples of Jin punishing Steve on whiff. This is another great representation of why Nova only focuses on the negative and does not contribute to the Tekken community. Just like I'm able to admit when I'm wrong.
What?
Just like I'm able to admit when I'm wrong.
Please go into a Discord call with me. Please. I pay you. I pay you $80 an hour if you go into a Discord call with me, Coach Kazama. I think I have things that you need to admit to. Okay. Steve, save on whiff. That is a sentiment, a characteristic about Steve that everyone knows. Everyone who plays actually Tekken and who knows a little bit about the character knows what this means. Now, how about because this guy likes to insult ranks and shit, right? Because here we have my friend on Steve. He right now is on Armor King. But how about there's a certain moment in here. We take a look at one match of me, right?
Fuck him up, Lemur. Fuck him up. tired of
I am
seeing his
muting my.
face.
I will now mute myself up until a certain point. Okay?
Gonna
Is
smoke
that a
weed.
Prodigy outfit?
Yeah. I don't know what that
Oh,
means.
man.
I just have it because her ass is fat in that outfit.
And then Backdash was like, no, actually, you can't do that because Rayleigh can just fucking.
What?
Plead.
This is what people mean.
Oh,
Minus
you
10,
can't
minus
do
10,
that.
minus 10, minus 10, minus 10, minus
Look.
10, minus 10, minus 10, minus 10.
I was gonna say get the life lead and then Backdash was like, no, actually, you can't do that because Rayleigh can just fucking.
What? Did you see that? Did you see that whiff recovery? What am I playing? What? Bro! What is this tracking? What am I playing?
Hold that. Hold that.
I can kill you.
Motherfucker. Yeah, I know. He was baiting the rage shot. He was baiting the rage shot.
Steve, yeah, yes.
Yoro Kobe! I can't listen to this even, but now it gets insane.
So he really is a reactive player. He likes to just press down
So bro immediately doesn't understand what reactive means. Says reactive means you're a masher.
to is not the solution to everything. You will not find success every single time you press down 2. In fact, it's probably better to just block, but you have an issue with that. You love to mash, so you're gonna find troubles. There's a reason you don't have any videos playing in God of Destruction, because you can't hang.
Because you can hang. Which is one of his main arguments, because he now asserts to like desperate character assassination when it comes to this, which is also why he doesn't want to address me. He doesn't want to address me because this guy needed 1,200 hours per 1,200 games per his own YouTube post to get God of Destruction on his main character while sinking 2,000 hours into this game. And I got God of Destruction in around 200 games. That is why and I don't even play this game. Well, I do, but more on a lab kind of way. But that is why he doesn't want to address me. And you are fucking at the edge of being demoted. In fact, you got demoted just 2 weeks ago to Supreme, my bro. That's why he doesn't want to address me with a 10-foot pole, because he knows he can't address me. I would fucking annihilate him. And I was so goddamn right on the money. I was so fucking right on the money with that he tried to bait like racism out of me or some fucking mentally ill bullshit that he can use against me, because that is exactly what he did with Nova.
He'd rather cope and cry online. This entire playlist is really just
You mean like you about some mentally ill racist comments that you like just make up in your own mind? You mean like you? You fucking bitch? We are nearly done. If you still have it in you, please listen to his own words here. Please, please, please.
so he'll cry about it. So in his next point, Proof of Ignorance 2, he completely skips past my solutions to his complaint, because of course he is. He's just going to focus only on the negative, because that's all he really cares about. There's nowhere where he shows my solutions, because he doesn't really care about them.
So he says, Nova does not show my solutions. Nowhere in his video did Nova show his solutions, but Nova did. Nova actually did. And that is exactly why he is now lying about it. Do you get this sentence? Nova did show his solutions, and that is why he is now lying about it and said that Nova didn't. Do you want me to prove it to you? I do. His own original video. He will now present his solution to you.
It's not doomed. It's not doomed. I'll show you why. So here he's taking a big risk. Do not do what he's doing right here. Pressing down 4. Do not do this.
Don't do this. Don't do what Nova is doing. I will now show you the solution.
Then he goes back into Flicker at +3. Don't press, right? You don't have frames to press.
You don't have frames to press.
Then he presses and he dies. Then he exemplifies that Steve gets 100 damage. He better get 100 damage for you making such a big mistake. The trick here, though...
So now Coach Kazama is going to show you and tell you his trick. Listen up.
...is that Flicker forward 2 is punishable on block. Now let's rewind. Get past this part and go back to Flicker forward 2. So back to 1. Flicker forward 2. This move is punishable on block. I believe it's -14. Steve loses this interaction if you just block.
Steve loses this interaction if you just block. This move, what Steve does right here, flicker forward 2, which is not flicker forward 2, it is flicker 2, and that is -5 on block.
Right, get rid of these buttons here. You're
Get rid of these buttons here. You're mashing. You're panicking, right?
panicking.
Yeah.
Hold back.
Hold back.
Steve tries to make a read with forward 2.
Steve tries to make a read with forward 2.
You block it,
You block it.
punish it,
You punish it.
and that's it.
Easy.
There's no malding, there's no panic.
No molding, no panic. Good, clean ass Tekken.
You played good Tekken here.
You played good Tekken, mate.
But this is bad Tekken. Right?
This is bad Tekken. Ease clap, bro. Just punish flicker forward 2, you fucking... That is his solution. That is his solution. And he's accusing of Nova that he didn't show this solution. But he did. You fucking cocksucker. Oh, I forgot about... There's something coming up. Oh no, God help me. I can't, bro. I can't. There's one more thing coming up.
Oh no, I have to learn how to play Tekken. And then he shows a
Oh no, I have to learn how to play Tekken.
message of me
Oh, God, not this! Bro, I'm getting literally angry.
talking about Magic 4s, and my legacy brain made an assumption that was wrong.
My legacy brain made an assumption that was wrong.
So I can take accountability for this.
He takes accountability for his legacy brain getting something wrong here. Now, my bro, you do not have a legacy brain. You have a Crayon brain. So let me get this right. He plays, seriously, highest ranks since Tekken 6, yeah? Now do correct me, dear Coach Kazama. Jin Kazama, Tekken 5. I think his Magic 4 is an I-18 high in this game that is like +6 on block. Works completely differently. No 11 frame Magic 4 to be found in this legacy game. Jin Kazama, Tekken 6. I-13 standing for, right? So in this legacy brain game, also no I-14, I-11 Magic 4 to be found. Jun Kazama, Tekken Tech Tournament 2. Correct me if I'm wrong. I-12 standing for, right? I-12 standing for. No 11 frame Magic 4 in this legacy game. Jin Kazama Tech Tournament 2, I-13 standing for, right? Jin Kazama Tekken 7, I-13 standing for. Jin Kazama Tekken 8, I-13 standing for. Jun Kazama Tekken 8, I-12 standing for, no? Reina, not a legacy character at all, Tekken 8, I-13 standing for. My bro, not in a single game that you played, and I think even before that, did these characters have I-11 frame Magic 4s? June maybe in the earliest Tekkens, but you didn't even play them. So you literally just lied to your audience because you know a fucking yellow rank who has not played these Tekkens or doesn't know anything about frame data is like, oh yeah, true, the professor just made a big mistake in his big brain full of this legacy frame data and shit. This is disgusting to me. That you try this because you know the people who want to believe you and the yellow ranks that you want to abuse, that you want to funnel to your metafight coaching, that there is a chance that they gobble it up. That there is a chance that you can just fast talk your way through this whole fucking video and they wouldn't notice. This is what is actually disgusting to me. I made a mistake because of my legacy brain, when there's only crayons in your brain. And that alt account that sent you Asuka Futa Rule 34, that wasn't me.
Nova's final point was when I called flicker 2, flicker forward 2. I got that one wrong. I can also take accountability for me getting this move's notation incorrect.
So he skips over it,
Getting
right?
this move's I got that one wrong.
He says he gets the notation wrong.
I can also take accountability for me getting this move's notation
It's not about the notation, my guy. But you know that. And you got so embarrassed by it that you don't even address it.
Then he
So I don't know why. Yeah, this is okay. Now we have arrived at the point that I would actually like to skip, because these 2 minutes, including with these, with this 1 minute where he says Nova leads a racist mob of haters that are in favor of bullying and witch hunting, By the way, witch hunting is a weird word because sometimes you hunt an actual witch. Yeah, this is now disgusting. It gets really, really, really petty. I don't know why. Although I know why. I know why. Because, well, I know it feels shitty, right? I know it feels shitty when you call yourself a professional coach and then some random Brazil motherfucker comes out of left field, which you called out first, and literally, bro, I can't even say what I want to say, right? Like, gives you the come to Brazil Queiota treatment, right? I know it feels shitty, but like, just admit it, bro. The jig is up. You're a fake. You're a fraud. Okay? You played yourself. You played yourself and lost. Just hold it. Just hold it. Okay? Okay, there's a reason he's still stuck at blue. So now he is using blue rank as an insult. Can I remind the people of a certain thing here real quick? Coach Kazama in his own fucking Fiverr advertisement said, blah, 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 push you to the pinnacle of your Tekken 8 prowess until you reach the prestigious Fujin rank. So when you try to rip people the fuck off of $250, you call it the prestigious rank. When someone shits on you, rightfully so, and destroys you, your very being, your essence as a coach, if someone destroys that, like Nova did, suddenly the rank is not prestigious anymore, but he can't hang, and he's stuck at dogshit Fujin ranks. Huh, interesting. And once again, guys, for anyone who is listening right the fuck now, this was spontaneous. This is a warm-up. I have a video in the works, but I'm not telling you because it's a surprise. Because he gave me what I wanted. I was already behind him from the very fucking beginning.
Stupid behavior, because we as a community have to call it out. There are so many resources and people that want nothing in return for helping other people. Shout out, for example, Obelian. He's a true OG. The man takes his time, helps other people. I've seen him sit in calls for hours helping other people. He and I were on a server, KOG. That's a Discord server for people that want to improve. You can ask for coaching there. There's Tekken Dojo EU where people constantly help others. Blackheart, for example, he's coached me, and it's the same with all these pro players. I've gotten coached by him and by Kaizoku Lars before. They charge like what, $30 an hour, something like that. And every single time we would sit there for 2 or 3 hours, no additional charge, because they would just say, "Oh, let's keep going when the time's over." No, just keep going. I still have time, just for the love of the game and for their students, because they actually care about the people and not about the money.
You want to see something funny? I wanted to save this for a special moment, but why not? I mean, for the people who are in here still. Okay, I show you. Do you see it?
Yeah, the Ties, Brian's beginner guide.
Yeah, so there's Ties, Brian Fury beginner course, right? Now that costs $7. He even put 100% money back guarantee in that shit, yeah? You see that the word count here, the guide was updated on 20th of June, and you have 300 words, 200 words, 1,500, another 1,000, another 500, yeah? So that's from Tai. That shit costs $7, yeah? Coach Kazama's written guide costs $60, is not even updated for season 2. And do you see this word count?
Yeah, amazing.
Do you see this? Like, literally, like, do you literally see this shit?
He doesn't give a fuck. It just shows, it goes to show how much he cares about the people. He's not putting in any work.
Like, my bro, if you see this, like 24 words, here you have Tai, this costs $7. Like I said in the Mike Hollow thing, right? These idiots are easy to predict. These people are not that complicated.
You are on some Dexter type shit. Remind me to never cross you.
I was already behind him from the very fucking beginning.